Hi everybody and welcome to the kitchen. Today we're making some gumbo, not just any gumbo, it's hot dog gumbo. Doesn't quite sound appealing, but
what's gumbo?
Gumbo is a dish that comes from down in Louisiana, I believe. And the Cajuns eat it down there and it's some good stuff. I'm going to try my hand at it with some stuff that I'm kind of whipping up here. So a couple of things we're going to need for this. 1 chopped onion, 1 cup of chopped jalapenos, 1 cup of chopped bell peppers. We got some beef broth, and we're going to start with a mixture right in this pan of oil, butter, and a little bit of flour. Now meanwhile, what's really cool is I'm even starting to mix up my own Cajun seasoning here. And I had Alex help me ground the pepper in this, and then she took off and got out of here before I asked her to help anymore. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to finish putting this seasoning together because once I start cooking this and start cooking the flour mixture, it's going to go quick. So I want to have everything prepared for something like hot dog gumbo. And I almost forgot, I'm also going to add 1/3 cup of celery to this mix here. Okay, so I'm going to start by melting the stick of butter and just pouring a little bit of olive oil, just enough to pretty much coat the bottom of the pan, not a whole lot. Okay, so as my butter is melting, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump in my flour. Using about 2/3 cup of flour. And I'm going to constantly mix this together as it cooks. Probably for about 10 to 15 minutes until I get the desired thickness that I'm looking for here. Now keep in mind, as I'm making this, I really have no idea what I'm doing. This is just purely experimental. But hey, we'll see what happens. It might be the next best thing. Or the next worst thing. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and I gotta say my hand is tired from stirring this because I've been stirring it non-stop for 10 minutes now. And it's gotten to this kind of a light brown color. And that's what I'm going for. I want to brown the flour, get it to a little bit of a brown texture. And at this point, I think it's safe to go ahead and add the other ingredients. I don't have Cajun seasoning. You can use Cajun seasoning for this, but I crafted my own blend of Cajun seasoning that I'm going to use for this. It looks something like this.
It looks spicy.
Don't want to use too much of it. I think that'll probably be enough. The Cajun food is really seasoned. And I don't want to take away from the natural flavor of some of the things that are in here either. So I don't want to go too much on the seasoning, but maybe just a little bit more. Now as it's popping, I'm going to add some water to it. And you can add as much water as you want depending on the desired thickness. I want it to be able to simmer for a little bit, so I need to put some water in there for now, and most of that is going to get boiled out. Lastly, you're going to want to choose your favorite hot dogs, or whatever hot dogs expired back in November but are okay to use because they've been frozen since then, and you have to get rid of them. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, so we got our favorite hot dogs in there, or just hot dogs that we need to get rid of. Now, it's all put together. The last step is just to let it simmer about 15 minutes. Get the flavor all through there. See if we need to add a little seasoning or not. A little more seasoning, I should say. And then we'll be ready to consume some hot dog gumbo. Alright, so this was a pretty quick meal, I have to say. The only thing that took time was chopping it up and mixing the flour recipe together. Have you tasted it yet?
Yes, so it's got a little kick to it.
Yeah? But how do you like the flavor?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? Something you want me to make again?
Sure.
So there you have it. Hot dog gumbo. Kids love it.